Hello, everyone, and welcome again to another Teacher Joseph podcast. Today's phrase is to be hard pushed, and it has a few different meanings in English. So, we're going to go over some examples. The main one is about time, when you don't have enough time. Given my workload, I'll be hard pushed to take any days off this month. Or you could say, I'm so busy today, I'll be hard pushed to make that Valentine dinner that I promised my wife. To be hard pushed. So when you're hard pushed, it means that it's very, very difficult, or you're struggling, you're under pressure. Notice its passive voice. You're being hard pushed by something. Okay, it's really important that you understand that, because if you use it in the active voice, I am hard pushing, then it means, of course, that you're pushing hard to get something done. So, for example, when someone's hard pushed for time, they're struggling to complete the tasks. Okay, so another example might be, I have so much work to do, I'll be hard pushed to get that project finished. We can also use it if we're lacking something else, not only time. For example, John would be hard pushed to find a wife that would tolerate his behavior. Having to make a quick decision, the council is being hard pushed to prioritize which services it should keep. Oh, that's very common here. And I'll tell you a story about our council in a minute. When you have to give a lot of effort, for example, she was hard pushed to finish the marathon, considering she only started training a month ago. Okay, so it means that something is pressuring you. Okay. I think that's probably most of them. I mean, there are other ways you can use it. For example, living miles apart, or I suppose I should say kilometers for those of you not living here. Living kilometers apart, they are hard pushed to keep their relationship as strong as it used to be. And the way I use hard pushed is usually when I'm searching for things. Especially if I'm looking for music or something on YouTube, there's always a voice in my head saying, I'll be hard pushed to find that. Similar to yesterday's idiom, I don't know if I can pull it off. I'd be hard pushed to find that in the next 5 minutes. I've only got 5 minutes to look for it. So you can hear there that to be hard pushed is when something is pushing you in a difficult situation. Yeah. Sometimes when I'm doing this podcast, I think, I have so much to say. I'll be hard pushed to get this finished in 15 minutes. We can't actually change the words themselves. We can't actually say hard pushing or something like that. Okay, so that part never changes because it's the passive voice. But like all passive voice sentences, you can change it a little bit by changing the grammar around it. He's going to be hard pushed. He will be hard pushed. Yeah, so it always stays in the passive. I will be hard pushed. He will be hard pushed. She will be hard pushed to find that thing because John has removed it. Speaking of this phrase, let me tell you my council story. So we have a guy here in the UK, and he has bitcoins worth millions. Okay, but unfortunately for him, the details are on a USB stick, which he threw away by mistake. He put it into his trash, into his rubbish, and ever since then, he's been trying to get it back. So basically, he had this USB stick with all this Bitcoin stuff on there worth billions or millions. He put it in the trash, or as he says, his wife put it in the trash. He's now divorced, as you can imagine. And of course, the council came and took away the trash. And he desperately tried to find it. And the council told him, well, sorry, but you can't search for it here. That's not possible. We have landfill, we have environmental targets to meet. And so he then realized that he would be really hard pushed to take any further action. So he turned nasty and he started to threaten the council with legal action. And the council kept reminding him again and again that they've taken the trash away, there's no way it could be retrieved. So this all started in 2013. So as the years progressed, he kept communicating with them. And eventually he said, look, I'll give you lots of money after I find this. When I find my USB stick, I will donate millions to you. And the council told him again, sorry, but you can't just come along and dig up our rubbish. It's not possible. We have a landfill site here. That's what it's called when stuff is buried into the ground. And they reminded him, we have environmental targets in accordance with the law. He continued to push them, and they stopped communicating with him, saying, look, you're taking our time away from valuable resources. We can't help you anymore. So now he's threatening to sue them. He's gone to a lawyer, and he's saying, if I take you to court, I will make you bankrupt. So just please let me in. Using AI, I've managed to pinpoint where this would be. I can find it within a short space of time. I've managed to narrow this down to within 200 meters. So all you have to do is to let me in and I'll find it. And the council have again said to him, look, you can take us to court, whatever you want, but we're not letting you in to dig for your USB, which supposedly is worth all of this money. So over the years, this man has become very hard pushed for time, because time is moving on and none of us are getting younger. Also, he's emotionally hard pushed because he wants his USB and he's determined to get it. And really, he's not going to give up, I think. So he's hard pushed, and the council, they would be very hard pushed to let him in as well, because they have emotional and legal reasons why they can't let him in. They just can't let someone come in to dig up their stuff, and there's also legalities involved as well. So he's going to be really hard pushed if he gets that thing back, or it would be better to say he's going to be hard pushed to get that thing back, you know. So I don't think he's going to get what he wants. The council's argument is, well, you put it in the trash. His argument is, it's my property. I deserve to have this. So I don't know what's going to happen there. He's spending $1 million in legal fees, so who knows what's going to happen. But if he succeeds, it will indeed bankrupt the council, and it will make him very powerful. So there's all kinds of ethics there. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. But anyway, let's move on, because we want to do our song today, which is Kelly Clarkson singing a song called Stronger. Now, Kelly uses many phrasal verbs and idioms in her song, Stronger. So we like Kelly. And she begins by saying, You know the bed feels warmer, sleeping here alone. You know I dream in colour and do the things I want. Well, she's obviously happy, isn't she, that the boyfriend's gone. And then she says, You think you got the best of me. So the best of her love, I suppose. Uh, think you've had the last laugh. Now, in any argument, the person who has the last laugh is the one who walks away smiling. And we use this a lot in the UK. Ah, you think you've had the last laugh? Well, I have other things to say. Okay, so the last laugh. So think you've had the last laugh? Think you're going away smiling, in other words. And then she says, I bet you think that everything good is gone. And when we use bet, it's that's what you think. Yeah. For example, I'm going to win this argument. Oh, you bet I'll win. It means if you gamble, if you take a bet, because you know that's a gambling phrase, then then yes, if I bet, I will win. So you bet I will win. It's like a threat in an argument, you know. So we use it a lot. You see, Kelly's very good with the unusual phrases, isn't she? So she's saying here, uh, I'll bet that you think that everything good is gone. But she's basically saying, oh, you're wrong. I'm betting that's what you're thinking, you know? And then she says, you think you left me broken down. You think that I'll come running back? Baby, you don't know me because you're dead wrong. Okay, so let's just go over that again because Kelly goes through these verbs very quickly. So you think you got the best of me, that's clear. You think you've had the last laugh. So as I explained, the last laugh is when uh, you walk away with a smile on your face, basically that you've won. So the person who has the last laugh in an argument is the one who wins. And then she says, bet you think that everything good is gone. So she's saying, I'll bet, I'm sure, I would put money on it that you think that everything good is gone. You think you left me broken down. You think that I'll come running back. So she's not used her pronouns here. She's just said, bet you think that everything good is wrong. Think you left me broken down, huh? So, yeah, she hasn't used her subject pronouns, but that's okay. And then she says, baby, you don't know me because you're dead wrong. Dead wrong, if you put the word dead in front of anything, it means certainly. Okay? So, oh, you're dead right. You're certainly right. Oh, you're dead wrong. You couldn't be more wrong if you tried. Um, dead right, dead wrong. Trying to think of other words that we put dead in front of. I think dead right and dead wrong are the most common. Oh, you're dead right. Oh, you're dead wrong. So we use that a lot. Is it slang? I suppose so, but it's very common. And then Kelly tells us, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Okay, so that's a very common phrase here. We see that a lot if anyone is going through a difficult time or is hard pushed emotionally. We tell them, don't worry, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And then Kelly tells us, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Stand a little taller. And when we stand tall, it means we are proud. So it's something we tell people, you know, don't worry, he's made you feel bad, but stand tall, be proud. It means don't bend over like you're in a difficult situation. Stand tall, be proud of who you are. So Kelly's telling us here that in her next line it says, it doesn't mean I'm lonely when I'm alone. And then she tells us again, what doesn't kill you makes a fighter. Footsteps even lighter doesn't mean I'm over cause you're gone. I don't know what the last bit means. Doesn't mean I'm over. Oh, I think she means it doesn't mean I'm finished. You know, when something's over, it's finished. So I think she's trying to say, it doesn't mean I'm over cause you're gone. The unfortunate thing about Kelly's lyrics is she's not put in subject pronouns. So these lines read a little bit strangely. And then she says, again, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Just me, myself, and I. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Stand a little taller. Doesn't mean I'm lonely when I'm alone. And she goes on with other verses and she says, we'll just do another few lines quickly because our time has gone. But she basically says, let's see. Thanks to you, I got a new thing started. Thanks to you, I'm not broken-hearted. Thanks to you, I'm finally thinking about me. Well, she should have said, of course, myself, because it's reflexive. And then she says, you know, in the end, the day you left was just my beginning, finally, or in the end. So, yeah, she has a lot to say there, doesn't she? She uses some lovely idioms. So that's Kelly Clarkson with Stronger. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. A very common phrase. And you won't be hard pushed to find that on YouTube. It's one of our most popular songs. Um, I'm smiling because I remember once I worked for a language school which was failing. It really was dying. I mean, it had practically no students. And they brought out that song and played it at every staff meeting. I mean, it was just like saying, we're dying. But they thought it was making us happier and more determined to work. But actually, it was doing the opposite, I think. Anyway, that's it from me today. I hope you've enjoyed this. Do go and listen to Kelly. She doesn't use subject pronouns, but that's okay. You know, you can put them in. She's usually talking about what she thinks the other man is thinking. Okay, there we are. See you all. Bye.